The Ebonistas support those affected not only by the murder of George Floyd, but the countless Black men, women, and children that have perished at the hands of those sworn to serve and protect all communities. While our allies are using their bodies to protest these injustices, we understand that there are many of us looking for ways to get involved.
This week, we decided to join the world in honoring those Black women, men, and children that have died at the hands of law enforcement. The following names are only a small fraction of that demographic. While your support can be shown in many ways, from protesting to promoting social awareness, we ask that you take a few moments to recognize those who lost their lives and acted as martyrs for this cause. These deaths have had a tremendous impact on all of us, and we would like to honor their memories and their lives.
Emmett Till,
George Floyd,
Trayvon Martin,
Ahmaud Arbery,
Rekia Boyd,
Ayanna Monet Stanley Jones,
Eric Garner,
Breonna Taylor,
Tatiana Jefferson,
Corin Gaines,
Sandra Bland,
Freddie Gray,
Tanisha Anderson,
William Green,
Anton Black,
Emmanuel Oates,
Curtis Steele,
Shelley Marie Frey,
Stephen DeMarco Taylor,
Ariane McCree,
Miles Hall,
Sean Reed,
Darius Tarvar,
Devon Bailey,
Gregory Hill Jr.,
Anthony Hill,
Alberta Spruill,
Michelle Cuso,
Tamir Rice,
Cameron Tillman,
Michael Brown,
Philando Castile,
Zendel Noble, and Emmett Till. You may have noticed that we began and ended this list with Emmett Till. The reason for this is not because Emmett Till was the first or last incident of racial injustice against a Black person. In fact, he was not murdered by law enforcement, but everyday white citizens that took the law into their own hands. On August 24, 1955, Emmett was a 14-year-old child that walked into a store, and Carol Bryant, a white woman, accused him of sexual advances. In the early morning hours of August 28, 1955, Roy Bryant and John William J.W. Milam tracked down Emmett at his uncle's home, whom he had been visiting, and abducted him. These men recruited other local adult men, both Black and white, and began a terrifying, painful, and drawn-out execution of this child. This next part is directly from Wikipedia. 3 days after his abduction and murder, Till's swollen and disfigured body was found by two boys who were fishing in the Tallahatchie River. His head was very badly mutilated. He had been shot above the right ear. An eye was dislodged from the socket. There was evidence that he had been beaten on the back and the hips, and his body weighed by a fan blade, which was fastened around his neck with barbed wire. He was nude, but wearing a silver ring with the initials LT and May 25, 1943 carved in it. His face was unrecognizable due to trauma and having been submerged in water. The men that brutally murdered Emmett were acquitted on all charges. Decades later, Carolyn Bryant confessed that what Emmett had been accused of never happened. In fact, she was quoted as saying, "Nothing that boy did could ever justify what happened to him."
This story, like so many others, shows why it is so important for people like Central Park Karen, also known as Amy Cooper, why they cannot use the police as a means of risking an innocent person's life because something is happening that you just don't like or you're uncomfortable. But a threat is not the same as being uncomfortable or feeling like someone doesn't have the same rights as you. This privilege has also trickled down into the political process and is now the root of the police brutality that Black people face every day. Being afraid that each traffic stop could lead to the loss of your life is a terrifying feeling, and that needs to stop. Understanding your privilege and stopping people from using their white privilege as a weapon is the first step in making a change. So I want to say thank you for your continued support of the Ebonistas podcast. We truly appreciate you tuning in. Please go to the Ebonistas Instagram page, our Facebook page, and our blog at theebonistas.com to find out ways that you can help and raise awareness.
Again, you can lend a helping hand through monetary donations, supplies for the communities that are in the midst of protests, and or calling your state and local representatives. Most importantly, we really strongly encourage you to use your voice during the upcoming elections. Please stay safe and know that together we can be the change that we wish to see in the world.